Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we will discuss symmetric tensor and antisymmetric tensors with some examples. Symmetric tensor of second order. A tensor is said to be symmetric if we have this property T is equal to transpose of T. And if tensor is symmetric, then its components have the following property, this property: Tij equals to Tij transpose, so it will be equal to Tji. So from this property, which is Tij equals to Tji for antisymmetric tensor, we can write this: T12 equals to T21, T13 is T31, T23 is T32. For example, this is symmetric tensor. Now for antisymmetric tensor, if a tensor is said to be antisymmetric if we have this property T is equal to minus time transpose of T, and property of its components will be Tij equals to minus Tij transpose, this will be minus Tji. So property is Tij equals to minus Tji. So T12 equals to minus time T21, T13 equals to minus time T31, similarly T23 equals to minus T32, and diagonal components will become 0. T1 equals to minus T1, so T11 0, T22 0, and T33 0. This is the example for antisymmetric tensor. These are equal with opposite sign and diagonals are 0. So if you have tensor T, then you can always decompose this tensor into two parts, sum of two parts. One part is symmetric and other is antisymmetric, and your symmetric part is equal to this T plus transpose of T divided by 2. This would give you symmetric, and this would give you antisymmetric part. There is minus T transpose divided by 2. And keep in mind that this decomposition of tensor T as sum of symmetric and antisymmetric tensor is unique. So you have to show this, that this is unique decomposition. You can start from here. On contrary, you will suppose that there are two decompositions, that its decomposition is not unique, so you can take two different type of decompositions. Tij equals to Sij 1 plus Aij 1. This is symmetric part, this is antisymmetric part, and then this is the second decomposition. This 2 is denoting that we have second decomposition. So using this, starting from here, you will show that this decomposition is same, that you have to show that this is equal to this, and this Aij 1 equals to Aij 2. Next example is related with symmetric and antisymmetric. This is written as the trace of the product of any two tensors equals to 0. Any two tensor mean not any two tensors that one is symmetric and other is antisymmetric. One should be symmetric and other should be antisymmetric, then its trace will be equal to 0. Not any two. That if both are symmetric or both are antisymmetric, or both are symmetric, not antisymmetric, so we can't have this type of result. This result will be true only in case of if one is symmetric and other is symmetric, then trace of the product will be equal to 0. So we have to show this. So we know that trace of T equals to trace of transpose. So we can, here we have tensors TW, so we can write trace of TW equals to trace of TWT. Here we will use the property trace WT TT. Then we know that W is anti-symmetric, so this will be minus W, and T is symmetric, this is the T. Again we know that trace is linear, so because of the linearity property we can write this as that, we can write minus outside trace of WT. So trace of, and this will be written as trace of WT equals to trace of TW, because we know that trace of AB equals to trace of BA. That order doesn't matter, trace remains the same. So trace of TW equals to 0. So let us take an example and apply all the above what we have learned above. Suppose we have a tensor T. First we have to decompose it into its two parts, sum of two parts, one will be symmetric and one will be anti-symmetric. Then we will show that trace of their product, symmetric and anti-symmetric, equals to 0. So we can write T is equal to symmetric T plus anti-symmetric part. Symmetric equals to this T plus T transpose divided by 2. We know that T is given, plus here we have to take simply transpose of this matrix 1 2 3 4 2 1 and 1 1 1 divided by 2. So 1 plus 1 2, 2 plus 4 6, 3 plus 4. You have to add the corresponding entries of these two matrices. So after addition you will divide all the entries by 2. So we have symmetric part, this 1 3 2, 3 2 1 and 2 1 1. So for anti-symmetric parts there is only minus, instead of plus here we have minus. So you need to subtract the corresponding entries and divided the result by 2. 1 minus 1 0 divided by 2 0. 2 minus 4 minus 2 divided by 2 minus 1. 3 minus 1 plus 2 divided by 2 1. Similarly 4 minus 2 you have 2 plus 2 divided by 2 1. 2 minus 2 0. 1 minus 1 0. 1 minus 3 minus 2 divided by 2 minus 1. 1 minus 1 0 and 1 minus 1 again you have zeros. This is anti-symmetric. No, we will show that trace will be equal to 0. Here we know that this is the symmetric, so we will take as T, and this is the anti-symmetric, we will take it as W. T is equal to this and W is equal to this. So we have to show that trace of their product is equal to 0. First we will compute their product. So this is T and this is W, and this is simple their product, that 1 into 0 0 plus 3 into 1 1 minus 2. Similarly minus 1, others are 0 3 into 0 plus 2 into 0. 1 into 1 1, other are 0. 3 0 2 minus 1 again 3 0 0 plus 3 0 0. Again we will multiply this one by one. First column this 1 minus 1, second column, then third column we have this. So what would be its trace? Its trace would be 1 minus 3 plus 2, that is 0. Trace of TW equals to 0. Now we know that T is symmetric if T is equal to T transpose, and we have this type of property. Now we have to show that if Tij equals to Tji, then T prime ij equals to T prime ji, where these are Tij are components of a tensor. So what does this mean? If a tensor is symmetric with respect to basis ei, then it will remain symmetric with respect to basis ei dash. That change of basis will not change its property. So we have to show this with the help of transformation law. As we are given that Tij are the components of a tensor, and tensor means second order tensor. So you can write the transformation law T prime ij equals to Cpi Cqj Tpq, because these are the Tij are the components of tensor, so they will satisfy this type of transformation law. Here you can see that we have two free indices, I and j, and p and q, they are dummy indices. So what we have to show? We have to show that T dash ij equals to T dash ji. No, left hand side we have written this T dash ij equals to Cpi Cqj Tpq. So we have to proceed in such a way that we can have this type of equation at the end. So now we need this thing T prime ji. So as I and j, they are free indices, so we can interchange these two indices I and j. So on left side there will be T prime ji, and you have to interchange these indices on the right hand side also, because operation on one side is not allowed. You have to operate on both sides. That if you are interchanging indices I and j on left side, so you have to interchange also those two indices on your right side. So here will be Cpj and Cqi Tpq. Next, no, we know that p and q, they are dummy indices. We again interchange p and q. Here will be q and here will be p and here will be qp. And we are given that our T is symmetric, and if T is symmetric, then TQP will be equal to TPQ. So this is the property of symmetric tensor, and we are given that T is symmetric, so you can write TQP equals to TPQ. So it would be TQP TPQ, and you can write CPI and CQJ. These are simple scalar numbers and components of your orthogonal transformation matrix Q. These are the same as we have written Q. Here I am using letter C instead of letter Q, so you can use letter Q, it doesn't matter. So it would be T prime ij, because you can see that from your starting here Cpi Cqj Tpq equals to C prime ij. So here we have the result T dash gi equals to T prime ij. This thing is telling that if we change the basis, your symmetric tensor will remain symmetric. Result will not change. Result of symmetry. Next thing is for you similar result for anti-symmetric tensor, that if you have a tensor T which is anti-symmetric with respect to basis ei, then it will remain anti-symmetric with respect to change of basis. Here dash, we can say that with respect to basis ei dash. So no, you have to show this thing that t dash ij equals to minus time t dash ji, and you will follow the same procedure as we have adopted in our this example. You will start from here. Simply what you have to do, simply you have to use here anti-symmetric condition. Simply tqp equals to minus time tpq, because it is given that t is anti-symmetric, so you will use its property of anti-symmetry, so you will have minus and the result. Now this is the exercise. You have to do the problems from 2b23 to 2b29. These are related with today lecture, and in previous lecture I have asked you for something. One thing that I have asked you to add the two tensor. One have second order and other has first order. So one of your colleague has done that and she sent me the page. We will discuss it tomorrow inshallah, that what is the problem if you will do that. One is second order tensor and first order tensor. I was telling in the last lecture that you can add only those tensors which have same order. Different orders tensors cannot be added. So we will discuss this in tomorrow lecture inshallah. Thank you so much.